Okay, engine reinstall part two. So last time I left off deciding that I would just drain the rest of the oil from the transmission and then sort of leisurely mate the prop shaft yoke to the transmission and then remount the engine and transmission. That's pretty much what I did this session. It went slowly but smoothly. So I drained the rest of the transmission oil. And then I unmounted the engine again so that it would swing from the engine lift. And then I sort of got the engine into a position where the yoke would sort of slide directly into the engine. I tried a few times. I couldn't get it to fully go in. I'm not sure if the splines were mismatched or it was just because the engine's quite heavy and bulky and it wouldn't sort of like swing into the yoke and fully go in. So what I ended up having to do was I had to once again detach the prop shaft from the differential flange in the back, and that way the entire prop shaft would be free. So that is kind of difficult because you have to sort of hold the diff, prevent it from moving, and then sort of undo these bolts that are tightened. Um, that took a while, but once the prop shaft was fully free, it was so easy to slot into the transmission. Once it was slotted into the transmission, I lowered the engine again and pushed it into position to fit the mounting brackets and mounting bolts, and then also fit the transmission mounting bracket, transmission bolts. And then I double checked that all of them were sort of threaded properly and sort of tightened. And then I torqued all of them again to the proper torque specs. The engine mount and the transmission mount. Then I took the time to rebolt the prop shaft back to the diff flange. Again, having to make sure that the diff won't rotate as you torque it. Also applying Loctite to each of the bolts. Once that was done, I also torqued the banjo bolt for the clutch line. And then finally, well, not finally, I also removed the transmission oil fill bolt in prep to fill it. So I'm ordering some 3/8 inch flexible PVC holes that I can sort of thread through the engine bay into the fill hole and then put a funnel on top of it to fill. I'm waiting for that. So I got a 1/2 inch tubing. I think that's too big, so I didn't even try it. So I ordered 3/8 inch tubing that I'm waiting for. And I'm also waiting for some more transmission oil. I did notice on a blog that there is a hole, which I did notice on my car, in the pedal footwell that is right next to the fill hole, but you would have to cut out the heat shield for it. So um, I will probably skip that this time because it'll probably be a little bit more finicky to sort of cut that out and then reapply it afterwards. It looks relatively easy to thread a tube from the engine bay while it's empty, so I'm going to try that first. Um, and then after that, I refit the alternator and then also rebolted the grounding wire for the engine block. So I think next time will just be reinstalling more of the engine bay. I think it'll go fairly smoothly. I just need to sort of be meticulous and double check all the steps and all the torque specs. So more next time.